Hello, this is Jeff Goodwin. This is the watercolour that we're doing. Just some simple trees and a dirt road, bit of shadow there, and some cotton on the side of the road there. Could be wildflowers, but it's supposed to be cotton, so I hope you agree with me. That looks like cotton. Anyway, so some very easy trees, easy road, some mountains in the background, a bit of a sky there as well. And we'll start with our sheet of blank paper. And as usual, we'll wet the sky area. Just with some nice clean, clear water. So just tilting the board there, letting the colours just blend in. It's a little bit of yellow ochre, as you can see, and the sky is cobalt blue with yellow ochre down the bottom. Just diffusing the colours there, just a little bit. Mopping up some extra water there. So we'll let that dry, and we will start painting just a bit of a background mountain, very light. This is with ultramarine blue. I'm just trying to go around these trees here. Just a light wash of ultramarine blue here for this mountain in the background. So the sky is cobalt blue and a little bit of yellow ochre, and this mountain here is ultramarine blue. So that's dry now. And we're just putting in this a mixture of a mixture of olive green and also a lighter green, and you can just see a bit of yellow ochre going in there now as well. So yeah, a mixture of olive green and sap green and a bit of yellow ochre. So we've got some various greens there and yellow ochre. A little bit of yellow, and we'll be putting in some lemon yellow as well, just in a couple of little spots. It's like a peach colour. I'm going to go over this again, but sort of like a peachy colour for this dirt road. Could have used more of a lighter tan colour, perhaps. But anyway, we'll stick with this for now, and we'll go over that again. So I'm using this peach colour just for the background of the tree, and then we'll go over that peachy colour with some darker colours. For instance, we'll use some darker browns. We'll also use some blacks in some areas on the tree, and maybe a little bit of white as well. And then on the foliage, we'll be using a lot of olive green, maybe a little bit of dark leaf green as well when we get to that stage. So we've got some darker browns going on there now. black in there. Again, using that peach colour there, just for this particular tree. So a combination of that peach colour in the beginning, and then some various browns and some blacks in there as well. Some burnt umber in there too. Sorry about my hand being in the way there. So we have a couple of trees on the left-hand side we need to put in as well. Dab that back. So just starting off here with a burnt umber. Just with these branches, very light. Using some olive green. Just a tree here. Putting a little bit of dark leaf green under this tree here, just to create a bit of shadow under the tree, under those leaves, under the foliage. To work on that border there on the road. So yeah, some olive green here for the leaves on this tree. It's a very light wash. Fill in the middle there of that tree a little bit more. That's it, in the middle there, that's it. All right, that's looking pretty good, that tree there. I don't mind that. So for these two big trees that we'll get to, I'm going to wet the paper with some clear water where I think I want the foliage. And then I'm just going to let the paint freely run as I keep adding more paint to strengthen the colour. Similar to what I did on that tree I just finished. So the olive green that I'm using is by Art Spectrum. It's a really lovely colour. So as you can see, I'm just using clear water over where I think I want the foliage. Some of that brown paint might run a little bit, but that doesn't matter because it'll be covered by the foliage. I like this method because you get a really lovely interfusion of the colour of the olive green. It just flows in beautifully. You let the paint do a lot of the work. You don't. Sometimes people struggle with trees to get the foliage looking right or whatever. So just let the paint do a fair bit of the work, especially if you've wet the paper. It's more free to flow. You can guide it, obviously, but if you let the paint flow and do a bit of the work there, it makes it a lot easier. As I said, this olive green is by Art Spectrum. It's a really lovely colour. straight out of the tube. This colour that I'm putting in there now is Australian Dark Leaf Green, also by Art Spectrum. It's a bit darker. Just fixing up down the bottom here. Bit of shadow down here. That's with the Australian Dark Leaf Green. And I may have to go over that again because the colours will fade back. That's what watercolours do, they'll fade back. So if you feel you need to put some more on, wait till it dries and then repeat. Now I'm putting some shadow across this road, but I think I'm going to do the road again. I'm not too happy with it. I want it to have a bit more strength in there, a little bit more boldness to the road. I want it to have some texture. I'm just continuing to see at this stage what this looks like, but I'm not too happy with the shadow either. So I think we'll go with a nice very light wash of purple for the shadow. We'll strengthen the road first of all, give it quite a bit of texture, and then we'll put a purple or a very light wash of purple for the shadow. I think that's what we'll end up doing. So stick with us as we continue. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe and click that bell icon for any notifications of any new work coming up that you might like to try. I'm only working on A4 size watercolour paper, and I suggest that perhaps that's a good size to start out with. I will be doing some paintings with A3 size eventually, and maybe even bigger, but I like working on the A4 size because, as I said, it's a good size to paint on, particularly if you're starting out. And if you want to copy what I'm doing, it's a great size to work on. So that's primarily why I'm doing this for these videos, working on the A4 size. So here we go. We're strengthening the texture on this road. Just working the road again. Now you've got to be careful not to overwork things. I'm putting in a bit of a fence here. If you do too much overworking in one area, you can get the fibre of the papers lifting. Although I don't see that happening much with the 100% watercolour paper, it's a more durable paper. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm more happy with that road now than I was before. Just a little bit of white gouache in there on the tree. Not much, but just a bit, just in some areas. Just to add a bit more texture. Some grasses, bit of foliage there. Now you can see that big tree, how the colour has faded back a fair bit. I'm happy with the other trees, but we will go over that bigger tree. We'll go over the foliage a little bit on that bigger tree and just fix that foliage up, give it a bit more strength. Oops, gee, gotta be careful now. I've made a mark on that road there because I dropped the brush. That's easily fixed. Just blend that in. I'm just very thankful that the marks didn't go over the blue mountains in the background or on the grass or something like that. So you can see that last fence post right on the right hand side. I think I'll extend that up into the mountain a little bit. We'll do that later. There we go. You can see some more colour. I'm just putting some bushes, or trees rather, right in the background there, in the distance. Using some olive green for that as well. There we go, just extended that last fence post on the right hand side and into the mountains a bit, and a couple of other ones, just fixing those up. Makes it look a little bit better. Just putting the impression of some branches through this foliage here. Right, now this is the slight wash of purple here. Just the impression of some shadow. Signing my name. Still not finished. Even though we're taking the masking tape off, I am wanting or deciding that I want some wildflowers or cotton or something on the side of the road, particularly concentrated around that big tree, down near the bottom of the big tree. So that's why I have just covered up most of the painting and left the area where I want the white colour to show. So I'm just flicking it on with a brush, that white gouache, and that's what we end up with, just in the area where we want it. And I'll put a little bit more in, I think, just going into the distance, going from toward the left-hand side of the page. But I think I need a little bit more, just in one spot, so we'll cover that up again. Just need a little bit more colour through there. Just get the white gouache, which is an opaque white watercolour. And we'll just flick that on again with a brush. I'm just getting it organised now to get the colour onto the brush. Just to have it fairly wet. Just flick it on. So I'll extend that white going more to the left of the page. As you can see, that's what we've done, what we've ended up with. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and click that bell icon. And I hope you're enjoying these watercolors. I hope you're getting something out of it, and it's helping you in some way. Thank you very much. I'll be back again with another watercolor very soon. Bye for now.